I had a couple corrections to make. Like last time we were talking about Eastern Promises, and it was Vigo and Vincent uh, Cassel, that French guy.
Well, Vincent Cassel. I I knew his name,
Yeah,
and I
he's
couldn't remember it.
he's really famous. So he's like him and Monica Bellucci are
Yeah,
the two French actors. Um,
yeah.
but yeah, it's looking back at the plot synopsis. I was thinking that maybe that little tidbit of knowledge was probably just misdirection.
Oh, talking about the underlying possible homosexual
Yeah,
uh
it's like that really
thing going on there. Yeah.
had nothing to do with anything really.
Yeah, because I was pretty baffled. I was like, "What the hell are you talking about?" All right, it made me want to watch Eastern Promises again.
I mean, it's worth a
So even
watch.
if I still don't see it, I'll still think about it when I'm watching it.
Because I have another thing like that with, I guess if we, yeah, I was thinking about like genres and how we're probably going to end up really making super specific genres for all these horror movies just so we can talk about them. Like witch
Oh yeah,
movies
yeah, we can
and
do subgenre and
yep, Johnny Depp movies and
hell yeah.
I want to talk about musicals too sometimes. But oh, I guess I should try to stay focused. Let's see where there was something else I'm forgetting.
Getting like an echo from you.
Yeah, you were doing that earlier. It's kind of weird. Oh, I guess I was watching The City of Lost Children. You're talking about the screams. It's like, yeah, lots of screaming in that. But I noticed
Yeah,
like the music is
yeah.
by the same guy that did Twin Peaks. So the Angelo
Okay, that tracks.
Badalamenti. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can see the similarities there.
So,
But okay, so we're doing top three actors, right? Favorite actors.
yeah, yeah, go for it. Who did you pick for the three?
So number three. So this was actually hard. I really had to think about this
Okay. Yeah, I'm not big on actors
because
either.
I I had to consider favorite versus best again because I thought, well, okay, Jake Gyllenhaal has to be on the list because I think he's a phenomenal actor. But then I thought about it and I was like, but he's not one of my favorites though. Like I like every performance he's ever done, but I don't like every movie he's ever been in.
Yeah.
Which I mean that's true of any actor that I like, um but the reason I like Jake Gyllenhaal so much is mostly just sheer talent. But my other picks, entertainment outweighs how good they are, which number two, you'll definitely see what I mean. But number three, I went with Gary Oldman,
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's good.
um, because he's just fucking entertaining in everything he's in.
Usually plays
Um,
a villain.
Yeah, he usually plays a villain. He often does it in a very larger than life or outlandish, sometimes even cartoonish way. Um,
Similar to my
Fifth
pick.
Element,
Oh
huh?
yeah, well, I was going with Michael Ironside. So,
I had a feeling Michael Ironside would be on your list. Yeah. Um,
yeah,
but yeah, Gary Oldman,
Green Laser.
just great in everything. So, is Michael Ironside your number three?
Yeah, I think earlier
Yeah.
I said he was number two, but then I was thinking about it. Honestly, other than Scanners, I can't really think of. Yeah. What else has he done? Free Willy?
He's in Starship Troopers.
Okay. Been a long time.
Um, yep, he's the one-armed teacher that later becomes their like commanding officer. Um, he's in Total Recall. He is in a Christian propaganda film called The Omega Code, which came out the same time as Fight Club. It was like
Oh,
in the theater with Fight Club.
is that like with the
And
John Travolta and his Battleship Earth or whatever? That weird movie, Scientology or
oh,
whatever.
Battleship Earth. Yeah, Scientology. I think it was worse than Battleship or Battlefield Earth. Because it's like Christian end of days propaganda about like the Antichrist, and it was during this weird period where the Bible code was this thing that all these Christians were freaking out about,
Sure.
saying that there was a
Year
secret code in the
2000.
Bible.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I kind of
Yeah.
remember that.
Uh, but Michael Ironside was one of the villains in that movie, which is kind of disappointing. But I mean, a paycheck's a paycheck, I guess.
I'm
But
kind of curious now.
yeah, check it out. It is a terrible, terrible, terrible movie. For a long time, I considered it. I probably still consider it the worst movie I've ever seen, only
Really?
because there are
Top
movies that are
Simulator?
worse. But, huh?
You're forgetting that Russian movie that you absolutely like. I think you're gonna beat me up for picking it out.
No, I remember that one. I do remember that one. But that one at least is like, I can laugh about that, you know?
Huh.
But like the Omega Code it was Trinity Broadcasting Network was the ones that made that movie. And somehow they made a deal with Satan and got it into theaters on a wide release. And I remember my church making this big deal out of it. Um, and, at least some bad movies you can watch and you're like, this is a bad movie, but I don't have to worry about these people in my life. The Omega Code is like propaganda that affects the world around me. And it's
Oh.
dangerous nonsense and I hate it. So,
Hmm.
anyway,
Okay.
Michael Ironside, though, is fucking awesome.
Yeah. I should probably watch more of his movies.
Yeah.
So
He's also one of those dudes that just has a natural, like, gravelly intimidation about him. Like,
yeah, I watched this interview of him. Like he was talking about how he was at the airport and the kid recognized him from Free Willy, and so he like cusses the kid out because he was already pissed because he lost his luggage or whatever. So he like scared
oh
the
man,
shit out of this little kid, like 9 years old.
poor kid.
I mean, that's a story you can tell people. It's like I got yelled at by the Free Willy guy.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, that's kind of like a cherished moment. At least I would appreciate it. But it's like I would
Oh, I'd
not.
be telling that story for the rest of my life. Yeah.
I'm not sure I would ever recognize people. Because I usually, like, even if I did meet someone famous, it's more like, hey, you look like so and so, and you kind of give them an
Yeah.
out. You know, they don't have to admit, or like, oh, hey, yeah, I'm totally that guy.
Trying to think of the most famous person I've ever met. Honestly, the most famous people I've ever met are like politicians.
Well,
Most of them Republicans because of my father.
yeah, I've been to a few music concerts, and I guess I had that opportunity to like meet with a band and stuff, and I'm just like not into it. Like I
Yeah.
don't know what to say, and it's like don't want an autograph. It's just I,
Yeah. And I haven't been to any like conventions or anything. There's plenty of like horror movie icons that a lot of like the general public wouldn't know, but I consider them famous
yeah,
that I
Bruce
would love
Campbell's
to at least
probably
meet.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Bruce Campbell, that'd be awesome. Um, Barbara Crampton is on my list for someone I really want to meet her. She's fucking incredible and I'll watch anything she's in. Um, but all right. So my number two is uh one that I had to go off of just sheer entertainment value.
Mm-hmm.
Just entertainment value alone, and that's Keanu Reeves. I fucking love that guy. I'll watch him in anything. He's
He's
not
he's
an actor with a
grown.
tremendous amount of range, huh?
Well, I mean, to like he has grown as an actor. It's like
He has.
I think some tragedy like affected him, and then he kind of has more depth to him than Wayne's World back in the day. It's like that.
Was he in Wayne's World?
Um,
Are you thinking of Bill and Ted?
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, but I mean, just sheer entertainment. You know, The Matrix, it's entertaining as fuck. John Wick, entertaining as fuck. Um, and also, like, I don't really consider this a criteria, but I think it's worth mentioning that by all accounts, he's just an awesome fucking person. Like, he's just really kind.
Maybe,
And I
maybe
appreciate that.
maybe it's all PR.
Maybe it is, but if it is, I respect how good the PR is. So,
Yeah.
um, but I mean, I think actors are like any other group of people. You're going to have all types of personalities, and you've got to have a few that are just genuinely decent people, and he seems to be. But yeah, man, some of my most rewatched movies I realized have Keanu Reeves in them. Um, Also, my number three and number two are both in Dracula.
Oh yeah.
Um, yeah, and one of them was phenomenal and iconic and one of the best performances ever, and one of them is known as one of the worst performances ever. He's
Yeah.
really, really bad in that movie, but I don't care.
He's very
It's
one-dimensional. Just
yeah, and his just
mm,
just don't try to have him do accents. He should not be trying to do any accents.
I can't do accents either. So like I'm
Yeah, well,
sure if I tried, it would be laughable.
it's really bad. The thing about Keanu Reeves is when he tries to do an accent, he still has his like
Yeah,
whatever his accent is. I know he's Canadian, but he sounds like he's from California.
yeah, like a
You
surfer
know?
bro.
Yeah, and he always sounds like that. So when he's trying to do like a British accent, he sounds like a surfer guy trying to do a British accent, and it's really bad. Some blue inferno. It's really bad. Uh, and then there was Dangerous Liaisons from, which is a very early movie of his, and there's a ton of fucking people in that movie, by the way.
I
John
was thinking
Malkovich,
of
Glenn Close.
that surfer movie. What was it? Point Break or
Point Break, yeah, one of my favorites. I love that movie. I'll rewatch that movie all the time. Speed, but yeah, he tried to do a British accent in Dangerous Liaisons, and it didn't work either. But he didn't have a ton of screen time that I remember. And if you ever want to see Uma Thurman topless, Dangerous Liaisons, it's for a brief moment, but it's there.
yeah,
Let's see what else. But yeah, he's as long as he's doing what he should be doing on screen, as long as he's in, his element, it's always going to be awesome. Even when he isn't. Like,
did you like the new Matrix? Matrix.
The
4?
newest one,
Yeah.
I did not care for. I thought it's not very good.
It wasn't.
It had some interesting ideas.
Yeah.
But I also didn't really care for the other sequels either. I like the original. The second one is fine. The third one is fine. But they're not. I don't think I don't think any of them are as good as the original.
I guess I enjoyed it for a lot of the little rabbit holes they were going down.
Yeah, that's what makes it fun. I feel like in the second and third movie, they almost tried to pack in too many different types of concepts. I think could have been maybe a little more focused. But overall,
Yeah.
I love The Matrix. Great story.
It's a nice analogy.
Yeah, it is. And then, of course, there's just the cultural impact of The Matrix. The movies were
I had
repeating.
A Neo suit made in Okinawa.
I remember that. I remember that suit. Yeah.
They got rid of it.
And then there's like so many movies just kind of copied the style of The Matrix for a long time afterwards.
I mean,
even another Keanu Reeves movie,
like all the bullet time.
Yep.
Still gets copied.
And then of course you've got the term red pill has taken on a very unfortunate connotation to it. But yeah, it all comes from The Matrix. And it's kind of like Fight Club in a way, where like bigots and fascists latch onto it because they miss the entire fucking point. And I find that tragic because it's like, no, they're like the opposite of you.
Yeah, and you can't explain it to them.
You can't. You can't. Even when the filmmakers come out and blatantly say like, no, our movie is like a transgender allegory, and people are like, no.
Yeah. Like with the
no, it's because we hate women. All right, whatever.
It's like with the Joker remake or whatever, or the sequel.
Yep.
That's fun.
I didn't see the new Joker, the one with Lady Gaga.
I didn't either. I thought it was a musical.
I heard it was a musical and people didn't like it, but I mean, I'll probably watch it at some point when I'm in the mood for that kind of movie.
Yeah, but that happens like never.
Yeah.
Okay, so my number 2 is mostly from, well, I guess because I've been watching this series a lot ever since it came out, just Twin Peaks: The Return, and Kyle McLachlan is just phenomenal.
Okay.
And even in like the Fallout, like he's in that. He does a good job. He's not in it enough, but
I watched the first episode of Fallout, and I just haven't watched it anymore, mostly because I stopped paying my Prime bill. But, yeah, another couple paychecks, I'll probably get back on there and check it out. And I still, to this day, have not watched Twin Peaks. I know I'll love it. Everybody tells me I will. I just haven't gotten around to it.
It's kind of huge, so it's like a good
I know.
chunk. And the thing about it, like, it's not like other series that you can binge.
Hmm.
Like, it's kind of you have to take it in sips, kind of like a scotch, I guess.
Okay, that's good to know. I assumed as much because I know it's David Lynch, and I don't dislike David Lynch. I just have a hard time with some of his stuff.
What do you
And it's
think?
not the subject matter. It's just there's something about the way he frames shots and films things that makes me uncomfortable.
Um,
Like,
hmm,
maybe it's lighting. I'm not sure what it is, but there is something that he does that makes it look cheap on purpose somehow.
um, yeah, I can see that. But
It's like
I
a
know
manufactured soap opera effect.
he's like very controlling and very
Hmm.
into the details of everything when he makes a movie.
Yeah, which is why I know it's hard for me to describe the look that I'm talking about, but
Yeah,
I know it's on purpose.
yeah.
Um, but there's something about it that just makes me feel,
It's kind of uncanny valley.
yeah, kind of an uncanny valley, liminal feeling, but not in a good way. Like it just, I don't know, it makes me very uncomfortable. I just I can't put into words what it is exactly. I can't put my finger on it.
That's
But I
probably
know Twin Peaks is a good example of that because I've seen clips and I'm like, yeah, that's definitely David Lynch. I can tell. So
uh, but yeah, that's kind of like he has a mystery about him too.
yeah.
It's very it's funny to see him in interviews. Like the one that comes to mind is he was at some college and some young girl like was pouring her heart and soul out, asking this question, and then David Lynch is just like, "Nope, not gonna answer that."
That's funny.
She was like wanting to know the answer to something. I forget what it was.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain as a artist, I think there are certain things that you should just not answer. You
Well,
know,
no, it
like
kind of.
what was.
I guess the way he describes it in that documentary I've been watching, the art of life, I think it's called.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, he talks about getting all the pieces to a project together, and somehow it's like somewhere along the way it becomes more than the sum of its parts. Like it has this
Yeah,
life of its own.
yeah, I can definitely relate to that when it comes to creative process, um, especially when I run a D&D campaign. It just kind of becomes its own thing.
Mm.
Um,
But I mean, Kyle McLachlan in particular, yeah, it's just
mhm.
I don't know. I guess he has that kind of Keanu Reeves like boyish, um,
Kind of charm.
yeah, happy-go-lucky um, air about him. But
Yeah.
yeah, just watching him turn into Evil Cooper and Dougie Jones. Hello. It's yeah, me and my brother. just quote Twin Peaks all the time.
Yeah, I really got to get on that because literally everybody who's ever gotten to know me somewhat is like, you need to watch Twin Peaks. You'd really like it. So,
Oh,
yeah,
okay. It's like I've kind of
it's on my list.
yeah. It's like I don't know. Maybe it's because you and Nadia would always make fun of all the movies I picked out growing up. It's like
Mhm.
I got to the point where I was like, okay, maybe these movies are just for me, and that's it. Maybe I'll just stop sharing my opinions.
Wow. Well, damn. I'm sorry, man. Like,
Well, I think it's probably more Nadia than you. Like she can really twist a knife with them.
oh, yeah, I remember, especially when it comes to like movies, she's pretty fucking ruthless. Um,
Well,
yeah,
that's
well, I remember a lot of movies you would pick out to me were hit or miss. I
yeah.
was like, well, it's Josie picked it out, so I have no idea what to expect, but it'll at least be interesting. Except for Mother, that was so fucking boring.
I think the
Um,
yeah.
but I remember I had this very vague memory of one that you picked out where it was some kind of like, I think it was a hospital or something, and something was going on, but there were always these little interstitials or like little vignettes where it would cut to these two people with Down syndrome, like in the basement, just having a conversation, and it was really dark. That's all I remember
Sounds
about it.
like the Kingdom. Did we watch that? I thought that was a
I
mini
have no idea.
series.
Oh, it might have been a miniseries. It might have been. That sounds right. Like there were episodes of whatever we were watching, but all I remember is the two people with Down syndrome in like a dark, dingy area, and they would just have these conversations about stuff.
Yeah, I mm, haven't seen a whole lot of movies with that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like I think it was the
It's just a
Kingdom,
memory I
but
have.
yeah, um, it's been so long
I
since I've
want to.
seen that.
Yeah. Huh. Anyway, um, do
Okay.
you know any movies that? It's Kyle McLachlan, right? That's his name.
Yeah. So he was well for in David Lynch. He did Dune. I think that's when they met. Oh,
Okay. Oh, is he he's the
uh,
main character in Blue Velvet, right?
yes, Blue Velvet as well.
Okay.
So we got
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
10 minute countdown. So we may have to break this up into another part. But man, that totally derailed my train of thought.
Oh,
Was
yeah, that happens.
Kevin
So we got 10
McLachlan's
minutes left.
movies. I know he was also in a series, um, Desperate Housewives.
Oh, okay. I've never seen it.
Um,
I know it's popular, but I never saw it.
yeah, same here. Like, let's see, what other movies? Now I'm blanking. But I mean, the whole reason I picked him is just Twin Peaks. But I can't
Yeah.
ignore that. It's just too good.
All right. Well, my number one is you'll probably never guess.
Mm.
No, my number one is Tom
Sure.
Hanks.
Tom Hanks. Oh, okay. No, I wouldn't have guessed
Yep.
that. I was
Yep.
gonna say like Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum. Hey, that would have been a solid choice. That dude's entertaining.
Well,
Um,
you came out with Jurassic Park, so I was like, oh, maybe, well,
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Tom Hanks. I mean, I think he's definitely my favorite actor. I will
Forrest Gump.
watch everything. Yep, Forrest Gump, um, Saving Private Ryan. I mean, the list goes on and on. He's been in so much, and he always does exactly what he's supposed to do. And I don't know. I think he's not only my favorite actor, but I think he's one of the best actors of all time. Just for sheer range and uh, just everything he's done. He's done so much. Um, and he is a really fucking good actor. I remember one moment that really stands out to me, and I think it's a mediocre movie, but that movie Captain Phillips, did you see that? There's a scene, it's the last scene in the movie where he gets rescued
Is
and
that
like
where he's like a space pirate?
no,
Okay.
Captain Phillips is, it's like based on a true story. It's about
Oh,
um a ship that gets hijacked by Somali pirates.
oh,
Um and he plays the captain. But at the end, after he gets rescued, they're like, it's like a Navy corpsman, I think they're called, like the medical officer
okay.
in the Navy. And she's like checking him over, and they had like a real uh, medic, like looking him over and, asking him questions and everything. And his acting in that scene is so fucking amazing to me because it's like the realist, like it looks like someone who is coming down off of a traumatic event like right away all at once, and it's like all starting to hit him, like
Yeah. Okay.
what he went through, and he starts shaking and his voice is trembling. It's fucking incredible. Because I've seen people and I've been in that situation where like right afterwards, after a
Yeah,
life or
the
death
shock.
situation, and you just, yeah, all the shock hits you at the same time. Fucking great. Um, yeah, that one always stood out to me. And then there's uh, things that I think he doesn't get enough credit for, like Castaway. You know, I mean, it's just him in a fucking volleyball, and he makes you tear up over a guy losing his volleyball. Like, only Tom Hanks could do that.
At least he inspired the Mighty Boosh to do the. Yeah, it's the Mighty Boosh.
I've seen some. Old Greg is Mighty Boosh, isn't it?
Yes. Oh, Greg.
Okay, yeah.
But they have
I'm old Greg. Yeah.
um, one where they're stranded on an island.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They like make coconuts and fight over them. Or coconut wives.
Hey,
Yeah, that's one of
fair.
my. I guess if we do comedies, that would be on the list.
Yeah.
Or just art
Well, and
house.
Tom Hanks started in comedy, and then just kind of
Yeah, I
became
remember
fucking
him.
Tom Hanks.
That piano. What was it?
Oh, and Big.
Oh, great big. Yeah, I was getting that and the toy mixed up. Oh, Richard Pryor.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. Uh, I watched, I saw that one at your house on
Yeah,
Betamax. Yep.
yeah. My parents really loved those. They're more into family comedies and stuff. Okay, so any more about Tom Hanks?
No, I think I pretty much covered it.
Okay, so my number one. I don't know if you have seen him. Patrick McGoohan. So he's an older guy. Um, let's see. So he did The Prisoner, is like in the 60s. And then
Okay.
there's a movie, like a BBC um, movie, Brand. It's a Ibsen uh, play.
Well, it says he's in Braveheart.
He was?
Yeah, I don't know who he was, but he was in Braveheart. Says he's in Scanners too.
Oh yeah, how could I forget? Oh shit, that that's hilarious.
Yeah, we
So,
both did the thing where two of our actors are in one movie together.
I was like, well, shit. No, I mean, he's got a small part. Like, he plays this psychiatrist, this fucking psycho.
Okay.
That's hilarious.
Time to Kill. Yeah.
But yeah,
Huh.
in for the prisoner, like he wrote and directed a lot of it too. So,
Oh, no shit.
but yeah, it was like secret agent man gets or retires, and the company doesn't want him to retire, so they send him to this island, and he tries to escape. Like that's the whole, like it's a series, 15, 16 episodes, something like that. But
Okay.
like that's,
This is a British series, right?
yeah, yeah, he's British.
I'll have to I'll have to ask my friend Tammy if she's seen it because if
Uh,
it's a British show, she's probably watches this British TV.
okay, it's an older one, so it's like a lot of older folks I
Yeah.
talked to recognize it.
1967.
I think it was played on television sometime. But yeah, I think you can just watch it on YouTube. So we got the HD restorations.
Nice.
But yeah, it's fantastic and it goes off the rails. But his acting in it, it's like he's just bouncing off the walls. Like, well, I guess because he's a
Okay.
a prisoner trying to escape, and it's like it's like he's pacing a hole in the floor. But yeah, I remember um, watching an interview about it, and like one of the other actors had a nervous breakdown. Like
Oh shit.
one of the final episodes, I think. And then Patrick McGoohan, I guess he was so focused on everything because he had a lot on his plate during that.
Yeah.
Like he thought he was joking. But,
Huh. Dude, you know who he played in Braveheart? He played
um,
Edward the First, Longshanks. He played the king.
yeah, I figured it was something like that.
Yeah, it's a really good performance.
Well, he's fantastic. It's like
Yeah.
I
Well, he's
don't,
your number one.
yeah. It's like he's like unrivaled in what he does. Like there's nobody. Like
Yeah.
they did a remake of The Prisoner, and like his character number six, it's like there isn't a number six in the new series. Like the actor totally misses the mark. Like he's not even. And he's a fine actor. It's just he's like I think what was that other series? Um, it was like this kind of Batman dynamic. Um, where he's like a good vigilante going around. I can't remember.
I don't know.
Let me look it up real quick. Oh wow, he played Jesus. So this guy is James Patrick Caviezel. Wow.
Oh, Jim Caviezel.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Wyatt Earp.
Yeah, he
Red
turned
Line.
Jim Caviezel, I think, went a little crazy. I think he's like one of these ultra conservative
Well,
Christian nationalist types.
I mean, he played Jesus. I
Yeah,
totally
in
forgot.
that Mel Gibson movie. Yeah.
Yeah, but fuck. Person of interest. That's what it was.
Oh, I remember. I've heard of that.
It's fun.
Never watched it.
I mean, whatever. There's better stuff out there. It's one of my friend's favorites. Swears by it. He bought like this giant tacky poster.
Wow. Okay. Mega fan.
Yeah. Um, but I guess I did want to talk about brand, but I guess
About
more
Brand?
as uh, well, it's the movie called Brand, but
Oh, okay.
it's religious, but it's I don't know. I'll probably make you watch
Hmm.
it at some point because I like your input on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like
Okay.
I guess if I hadn't been ruined of Shakespeare by high school, it's like because I love Ibsen's plays. Like I'll read those for fun.
Hmm.
Like I guess I don't get some of the elitist, snobbery of seeing Ibsen as not being tragic. But it's like I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
But it's one of
I'm
his
not that
plays.
familiar with. Okay.
I got turned on to him actually because of the music for Peer Gynt, like just the music of that. It's like
Hmm.
the Star Wars theme song. Uh,
Yeah, I'm not very versed in plays in general. I probably should be. I do like
uh,
plays or playwrights.
oh, you got
So,
saying our internet's unstable.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Sunday night here, everybody starts using the internet around this time, and then it can even be hard to watch TV. So,
Yeah, that's one of the downsides of internet.
yeah. Well, maybe someday we'll have world Wi-Fi.
I mean, we
Just
totally could. I guess if the telcos would quit pocketing all the broadband money that they're supposed to be upgrading the networks.
yeah.
But yeah, I guess that's it.